What is going on, everybody? It is another week of your favorite show, Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth, yours truly, Mr. Jack of all trades, and thank y'all for tuning in once again. Pouring live from the wonderful, wonderful beaches of Miami. No, I'm just playing. I'm back home in the Lou, but it was one hell of a time. And I am not alone. We have a nice panel for y'all. My guys back. Ladies are ready. If y'all ready, leave them comments. Let's go. Let me see them. Once again, your Wednesday night sports delight. 5 years consistently every Wednesday, y'all. We don't play, and we have a jam-packed show. No guests tonight, but more time for us to get it in and bring in some old topics, new topics, segments, the whole nine. So let's go start off with the lady from the Boondocks, rocking them glasses today. Joe Bo, what's happening?
What's up? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Another hot one out in the loo again.
There we go. And good evening to our favorite fan, Mrs. Williams.
Hey, Miss Williams.
Hope everything's going well with you. There she go. Showing you love, Joe. There
Hey,
we
Miss
go.
Williams, our number one fan.
And now, this lady here, you know, she be doing her thing. She's the host of Ladies Night. She be having the kids around. She be multitasking. Now she in the kitchen cooking, about to do it up. She repping her Hey Sister Soldier look right now. Everybody give it up for Bunny. What's happening, Bunny?
What up? Happy home day.
Hey, Bunny.
Oh, what's up? What's up, like every week she getting bigger and bigger.
You said what?
Like every week she gets bigger and bigger. So now,
I'm trying to get her in the camera, but I guess you're not. Let's try it this way. There we go.
There she go. Hey, what's happening?
Say hi.
Miss Williams says
Hey,
hi,
Miss
Bunny.
Look, Miss with one hand. Hey, Miss Williams.
All right, and of course, last but definitely not least, this man here, he's been traveling, doing his thing as he's getting his house in order as he moves back to the Lou from Florida, from Orlando, and he has a dope backdrop like myself. Y'all know I'm talking about T-Bone. What's going on, brother?
Well, you know, I'm glad to be back. Used up all my platform sports talk show vacation time. So
no more PTO for you.
I'm you know, glad to be back and you know, working on everything, work in progress here. Feel like I've been renovating for months and months. Hey, Miss Williams. But how y'all doing out there today?
Doing good. You know you're like taking in this heat with us now.
Right.
I mean, I was in Orlando, so
I know, but it's muggy out here.
If you look, the first day I packed up that truck, if you would have seen how I was laying on the garage floor, like just laying out, just trying to get some type of relief. So it was rough out there. So coming here, you know, I got a lot of trees and stuff around, so I get a lot of shade. And I stay inside. So
man, I know one thing, as Joe was just bringing up, this weekend is going to be like Daniel in the Lions Den hot. 102, 103, 104. It's like, good Lord.
All I say is, if hell feel like this, I don't want no parts of it, so get my act together. I don't want no parts of it, okay?
Better get right. Better get right. So we hope that you all have been enjoying what we have been doing now on Mondays, which we have our nice little highlight reel. So if you missed the full show, of course, we still want you to watch it on YouTube and every other source we have that I'm going to have T-Bone break down in a second. But now we have our highlight package. So you see about a good 2 minutes of what you missed during the previous week. A little teaser here, a little snippet here, and get you ready for the upcoming show. So shouts out to my boy Darius Huggins from Nostalgic Forever, excuse me. He holds things down. He did the wedding reception video for my SA Dub. Shouts out to you, wifey. Love you, Jamie. And he is a very talented brother. So definitely check out our previous highlight from the last 2 weeks. Next week, the Man Cave. So look forward to it. But before I even continue even further, T-Bone, let everybody know where they can find us at and give us some follows and everything.
Well, you know, if you're watching right now, I mean, you got to check out all the different areas. I mean, even the Gmail. Don't forget Gmail. Send us some messages. Let us know what you want first. You know what I mean? Like, we like mail too, you know? But Instagram, you can check us out on Instagram at Platform Sports Talk. Don't forget Facebook, Twitter. You can get us on YouTube, as most of you all are probably watching right now. But don't forget, when you watching on YouTube, hey, look, we need those likes. We need those subscribes. And Bunny, what do they need to do after they subscribe? Or not?
I think she gone for a second. She'll be right back.
Well, I heard a bell somewhere.
There we
I
go.
heard bells too. They're all around. Bells.
It's all right because we saved by the bell. So, you know, when y'all subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell. And Joe, what happens after that?
Anytime we go live, you will be notified.
That's right. So, you know, don't forget. Hey, if y'all got one of them big flat screen TVs, I just had to put a couple up on the wall. If y'all got flat screen TVs, and y'all want to sit back, relax, and chill out, go to that Roku. If you got one, they're easy to find. They're everywhere. But pick up that Roku. Go ahead and subscribe to us on Roku. And don't forget, for those of y'all that can't watch on TV and don't have a computer in front of you, but you got the internet, Hot 365 Radio. It says always hot, just like it is right here in St. Louis. And you know what? If you're sitting there and you're subscribing to any of those things, you will not just see the Platform Sports Talk Show, which we have most weeks of the month. It's not good enough. You see, the first Wednesday of the month, we got Ladies Night. Ladies Night, we got some of the panel right here. We got Joe, we got Bunny, and we got the rest of the crew. First Wednesday of the month. But hey, if that's not enough for you, we got the Man Cave last Wednesday of every month. So, you know, I missed last month, but I dialed in. See, even I dialed in from where I was and checked out what was going on. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. We got stuff for everybody. So check us out, subscribe, and watch us every week.
Love it. The promo from T-Bone. Now y'all see why he is a former professional wrestler. And speaking of which, man, why don't you tell everybody about your backdrop and what's going on in your neck of the woods very soon?
Oh, this? Oh, well, HBCW is coming back to the Orange County Convention Center on August 20th and 21st for the 2022 Florida Kids and Family Expo. We've already announced several people who's going to be there. We got Cassandra Golden. We got Sahara 7. We got Casey Lennox, Blake Banks, the world famous Daniel Lacey. We have Jake St. Patrick. We have a lot of people out there, and if you've never heard of those names, that's okay, because they're up and comers and they're people that you need to check out, because you never know where you're going to see them. You never know where they're going to show up. Some of them may have been on a little TV show called AEW at some point. Some of them may have appeared on some WWE program at some point, but I guarantee that there will be some of them that will be showing up in the future. Last year, we had Bianca Corelli, and some of y'all may not know who that was at the time, but right now she's on NXT. She's called Ariana Grace. So, you know, you never know. You get to get on the ground floor, see these people coming up, but that's August 20th and 21st. And I know what y'all thinking. Hey, T-Bone, we're in St. Louis, most of us. Some of us. How do we get to see it? Well, that's going to be on YouTube, on the HBCW Wrestling channel on YouTube. You'll be able to see all the action. It'll be posted week in and week out, just for all of y'all out there.
Loving it, loving it. And once again, as he brought up in regards to Hot 365 Radio, if you listen to us right now, we will be on every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. The reason why I bring up the time, because in the case that we may go a little bit over 9 o'clock, it'll be cut right on off. Then you can, of course, join us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. So once again, listen on Hot 365 Radio on the app or the website. 9 o'clock. Bye-bye. And you can just watch us and enjoy our beautiful, sexy faces. There we go. Y'all ready to get this show going? All right. So y'all already know what's happening. You now have my attention. What sports stories has your attention? T-Bone, you've been missing for a while, man. So what has your attention?
Well, you know, I've feel like I missed all the good stuff this week. What has my attention? Well, I mean, I guess I'll stick with wrestling. SummerSlam's coming up, but while there's SummerSlam and while I'm not particularly in favor of this other thing I'm about to talk about, I figure I'll go ahead and bring it up. Ric Flair's last match. Don't know if y'all seen any of the promos for this, but in Nashville coming up this weekend, Ric Flair's allegedly having his last match, although I feel like he's had his last match a couple times now. But
right,
trying to tie Terry Funk for the most retirement matches possible, but he's going to be in a tag match with his son-in-law Andrade, and they'll be facing Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And I'm sure something interesting is going to happen. They already shot an angle, which was Ric Flair being Ric Flair. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna knock it, but I'm not necessarily saying this is something I necessarily wanted to see. But
well, smack my mama.
But we'll see what happens. So that's kind of got my attention just to see how it goes.
All right, Bunny, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Besides all this background noise here, what has my attention, ma'am?
Yummy.
Okay, so shout out to a little better spotlight with Brittany Griner, and even though she's still over in Russia, we had LeBron James speaking out.
Mommy.
You don't want to hear about that story? Okay, well, shout out to the All-Star game last night. Hey, Juan Soto wasn't talking about anything. He said he's just gonna be happy he got the award for the home run derby, and that's it. Why is she mad? Yeah, she mad. I'm talking about Juan Soto. Okay, that has my attention because that $1 million that he's turning down, man, the Nationals must be like toxic where you don't want to sign for all that money for 15 years. And that's my attention for that.
Yeah, that's definitely a hot topic right there. And Joe, what about yourself?
I kind of mentioned these guys last week, and I'm just going to say them again. I said the Orioles last week, and I mentioned the Mariners. Let's stick with the Seattle Mariners. A lot of good stuff going on with them. They won 14 straight going into the break. They got this guy. His name's Julio Rodriguez. He hit 81 homers in the Derby. He didn't win, but still 81 homers for a 21-year-old in your first Derby in Hollywood. That's pretty cool right there. And Jerry Dipoto, their GM, he loves making trades. He just loves it. He'll send 5-6 guys over to one spot for one guy. So it's going to be exciting to see what he does in a couple of weeks for the trade deadline. So they got my attention. The Astros, they have a doubleheader against the Yankees in Houston tomorrow, and then they go to Seattle for a couple. So that should be a good and very intense series.
Very interesting. And just to add on for me, baseball wise, I would definitely say, and Joe, you can probably agree with this, these last 2 or 3 days, I think has been some of the best days that baseball that MLB has experienced in quite some time. From the home run derby to the All-Star game and the things that have been going on in between that. It's really been a good light for baseball, and they needed it, from this past off season, going through the strike and going through so many different things and rule changes and everything. I think these last few days for MLB has been pretty incredible. What you think about that, Joe?
No, I 100% agree. I don't know if you guys know who Jared Carabas is. He's he works with Barstool. He's from Boston, but he said something last night on Twitter like, this has to be one of your favorite times as a Major League Baseball player fan. Like, everyone's on Twitter happy, just excited that at least one person on their team is there. Like Jorge Lopez with the O's. He only threw 3 pitches but got 2 outs, and that was an awesome experience for him. And, everyone just gets along on Twitter. Tomorrow it goes back to Yankees and Astros fans hating each other and everyone bashing each other. But it was really nice. And obviously everything that happened with Albert, we'll talk about that as well. It was just a lot of good things. It was really cool seeing Mookie, get the whole entire stadium to celebrate Jackie Robinson's wife's 100th birthday. It was really awesome.
Yeah, most definitely. And the shirt that he had on, need more black people in the stadium. I'm like, hey, I just love the boldness that these young players are bringing out in the league. And then found out that your boy Mike Trout is going to be the captain of the Team USA for the World Baseball Classic. And what was that, next year or 2 years from now?
Well, no, it's next
It's
year.
next year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's exciting. I know this fall, they got like the qualifying rounds. The last time we had it, that was amazing. I had so much fun like watching baseball. It was more fun than watching postseason baseball. I think honestly, you had all the trumpets and the drums going on the entire time. And it's cool because this time you should see guys like Mike Trout. Obviously he's going to be the captain for Team USA, but like you didn't have Mike Trout, Bryce Harper. I'm trying to like Otani. You didn't have these guys in the WBC last time. Julio Rodriguez. The game has so much young talent right now, and it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to see who else is gonna be playing. I saw Freddie Freeman's gonna be on Team Canada. You'll probably see Tyler O'Neill with him there. Jock Peterson's gonna be with Team Israel, and it's also cool seeing these guys. Like they're playing for another country. That their parent might be from, like Max Kepler. He's from Germany. Like that's cool. So he'll probably do that. But I'm excited. These teams are going to be absolutely loaded, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it definitely should be worth watching. And another thing that has my attention, well, actually, let me go ahead and read Miss Williams' comment. She says what has her attention was the female announcer at a WNBA game on this past Sunday gushing over the WNBA All-Star MVP trophy, calling it dainty. That announcer must have been on some stuff, because if you saw the show last week, even the highlight reel, you'll see the trophy comparisons between the NBA's MVP All-Star MVP trophy and the WNBA. So just watch the highlight and y'all see what I'm talking about. And another thing that has my attention, it was just announced recently that the NFL wants to work with the Olympics to get flag football as an official sport in the Olympics by 2028, when it's in I believe it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting because they want to get football to be as global as soccer is, what they say, the real football or whatever. So the NFL is working with Troy Vincent, the league's executive vice president of football operations, along with the International Federation of American Football, to try to get together an effort to add flag football into the Olympics. Y'all thoughts on that? Will y'all be interested in seeing some international flag football going down?
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'm not. I think I said it on here before. If there's a Team USA sport going on, whether it's like watching paint dry, I'm gonna give it a shot because the Olympics is cool. I like watching the countries compete against each other.
I think I'd probably rather see kickball as a sport.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with flag football is it's not that it can't be considered a sport, but that's more of a recreational activity type thing that you would do, where you're not trying to hurt anybody, you're just trying to, go out there and have fun. I just can't see it as being as interesting competitively in the scale of the Olympics. If we're talking about like between like businesses or something like that, maybe, but to me that doesn't work as it's either all or nothing to me when it comes to football like that.
Hey, the Powder Puff game in high school for me, that was intense, okay? I had a playbook. I had the eye black going on. I was the QB. It was intense stuff, okay? And that was flag football.
I'm just saying on the Olympic scale, because when you see these athletes, it's like you see somebody, it'd be like they recruit some NFL players or something to go out there, and then you see them and it's like, got your flag.
Yeah, it would be weird seeing like these big old huge jack ripped guys be like, take the little flag off of him. But I don't know. Like I said, I'd give it a shot, see what it's all about.
People don't like the Pro Bowl. That's flag football right there, isn't it?
Right. Bunny, your thoughts, if you have any.
So I think it's good that they're trying to. It's that they're trying to expand it globally. It still won't come anywhere near soccer though, but you can try, right? They did NFL Europe before, but then that faltered, so maybe they're revamping it and gonna do something a little different. But a lot of countries don't get into football because it's an expensive sport. Period. I mean, the field is the cheapest thing, and everything else, all that equipment and stuff is too much. So we'll see how far it goes.
Yeah, most definitely. So that is our You now have my attention. Up next, MLB All-Star festivities. So we're talking about from the home run derby, maybe for those who watch the softball game, even the minor leagues All-Star game, in which Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, they made their the Futures game that they made their presence known, especially Mr. 100.1 miles per hour Mason Wynn throwing it from shortstop to first base. Of course, the All-Star game, which was last night. Joe, I'll start with you. Just give us your thoughts about everything.
Well, kind of like, backing up what you said earlier, this was just a really good last couple days for Major League Baseball. You had one little scratch in this whole week was Rob Manfred had to come out and say something stupid about how he thinks minor leaguers are getting paid just fine, pretty much. So that's his little 2 cents on the week. But no, it was amazing. This was again the most watched All-Star game in all of sports, so that's awesome. It was just a lot of fun. Albert Pujols in the Derby put on a show against Schwarber. I had Schwarber winning it, so that was different. Again, the AL wins 9 years in a row. They haven't. The NL hasn't won since the Astros were in the NL, so that's kind of sad, but whatever. But pitching is baseball right now. You had all those guys in those lineups, and there's only 5 runs scored in the entire game, but. All around, I think LA was a good host for it. Obviously, the guys they chose for everything was great. I was hoping we got to see a tie to go into that little home run derby thing last night because that would have been fun. But
right.
I don't know. The whole week was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree, and I think
that stupid rule ain't there either, right? Whoever wins gets the home field classic. Home field advantage.
Not anymore.
Oh no, yeah, that's been
Thank
gone
God
for
they got rid of
years
that.
now. Yeah. But yeah, what I'm gonna say is, and I said this, I believe, before because we had a segment about sport has the best like all-star festivities, and baseball once again reminds me and should remind y'all that they have the best. And the reason why I say that's because the competition is much better than other sports, especially like the home run derby. You actually have some of the elite guys, being a part of the home run derby. And the equivalent of what the NBA dunk contest has been over the last couple of years will be if you're seeing guys in baseball keep swinging and missing doing a home run derby. That would be like the equivalent of what we have seen recently in the NBA NBA dunk contest. Now, 3-point contest, all good. Skills competition, that's all good. But the dunk competition and then the All-Star game itself, it has been better since they added the whole Kobe Bryant rules to it. But the MLB All-Star game, you have these guys going at it. Yes, it's an exhibition, but you still got pitchers throwing 103 miles per hour. You still got guys hitting. You don't see guys up at bat like, let's go. Let's see what you got. No, they are taking serious at bats. Now, granted, some people may not like that because their score may be low, like it was last night, but it's still the competition because you are facing some of the best pitchers in all of baseball, competing against some of the best hitters, and that's what you want. So there's no time to be relaxed and to be playful in regards to in between the white lines, and that's what makes the All-Star festivities in MLB better than any other sport right now.
And I'll add also, the last couple of years they've been tinkering with how to interview guys on the field. Rosenthal would go out in the outfield and interview someone before the half inning would start. But last night, that was awesome. Seeing Alek Manoah strike out the side, asking John Schmaltz what he should throw, telling Jeff McNeil, don't back away from the pitch, just having a good time. You had Nestor Cortez and Jose Trevino as battery mates trying to figure out, how they want to pitch guys. It was just a lot of fun to listen to that. And hopefully, that continues. I only complaint on that is I wish we would have heard someone from the NL side. You didn't get to hear anyone from the National League, but even there at the end, Liam Hendricks, he got a quick 1-2-3 inning, and J-Rod pretended like he was going to throw the ball in the stands whenever Hendricks asked him to keep it for him. But it was just a lot of fun and cool to hear the in-game conversation between guys.
I really like when Big Poppy was going around in the dugout and around the players.
Me too.
That was funny.
That was authentic. It was funny too, but that was authentic, and you could just tell they were losing, having fun. And for Big Poppy to be only 2 years removed from the game, he's still relevant because everybody knows his face. And if you baseball a few years ago, you know how big he was then, how he was marketed, and he still has the credits now. But some of those guys, they know him because they're Dominican as well, but he just was just talking freely. It's just, again, a lot of fun. What y'all saying baseball missing out on, because Joe, I feel only all about being back in the 1980s, but it was good to see that. And I honestly would give MLB credit for how they did that production on the field, mic'd up. I know the NBA does that, not just All-Star game, but sometimes they mic up the coaches and stuff. But those All-Star festivities, to me, it actually may beat what the NBA has between the dunk contest. The skills contest, no, but the dunk contest, because it's been crappy lately. What we saw for the All-Star weekend, I like it.
Yep, most definitely.
I think baseball, out of all the sports, probably lends itself to having just the best overall when it comes to, like, when you have the actual game. Like, even though injuries can happen with anything, like, it's not like people hitting each other. The defense is, in the NBA, you got a lot of guys that don't even want to play defense to begin with. And with baseball, it seems like if you out there, it's like if the ball's coming to you, you're going to go for it. You're not just going to let it sit there and get past you. You're going to look bad. And if you're swinging, you want to hit the ball, you want to do what you can. So to me, it's the easiest one that lends itself to actually having an all-star game where people don't have to worry about, where the fans don't have to worry about the players kind of pulling back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely weren't pulling back because I don't know if you guys all watched the game, but like Andres Jimenez turning 2 with Tim Anderson in like the second inning. Beautiful. And then, Kershaw picking off Shohei Ohtani in the first inning, which I thought that was funny and hilarious. And they still want to win. There's still money on the line for this. I think every guy gets like $2.5 million that's on that team. So, I mean, they still want to win, obviously, but I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. The ball that Stanton just absolutely obliterated. Like, did you see the still picture? That ball was like flattened out. The dude's just crazy. He's strong, he's from LA, so that was cool, Buxton, I'm happy, for him taking over Trout's spot, and, he had a homer too, so it was fun. Obviously, Goldie, we can't miss Goldie. Goldie, only gets that one AB, which is silly, but first 7 All-Star games in his first homer, so that was pretty cool.
Hey, if I was Goldie, I'd be the same way. I hit my home run. All right, fam. I'm good. Mic drop. Boop. My game.
Even like he's George Costanza. All right.
Right. I done my job. Let's go. Peace out.
But speaking of Goldie, though, the guy got a lot of high praise from not just National League players this week, but American leaguers as well. He had JD Martinez saying that if he could start a team right now, that'd be the guy he'd build it around, is Paul Goldschmidt. And it's not just for the player that he is, it's for the human being he is, the leader that he is. And that's really cool to see, someone from St. Louis finally getting some praise, because right now he's the NL MVP.
And I'm just glad that we're finally able to see the Paul Goldschmidt that we've been hoping to get once we sign him. Because the first couple of years, even Bunny, you'll say we haven't seen the best of Paul Goldschmidt. But this year, we have finally seen the best of Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I mean, he started off hot. Usually he starts off kind of cold and, and heats up. Like, he still had 30 homers last year and, 99 RBI, something like that. He was like one away. So, I mean, he would have to have a very bad second half if he doesn't go 3,100. So, knock on wood for that. But, yeah, everyone's seeing it. He's not in Arizona anymore where, people aren't going to stay up late to watch him. They don't stay up late to watch Ohtani and Trout. Why would they stay up late to watch Goldschmidt? So, now he's on kind of a bigger stage, and he's shown what he can do at, 34 years old.
Right. And something that I want to bring up too, because this man probably hasn't got enough credit, but I want to give a shout out to the new broadcaster at Fox, the play-by-play guy, Joe Davis. I thought he did an incredible job. He has like one of them nice storytelling type voices, and he gets very excited as well when a play happens. I thought he did a fantastic job being the first announcer on Fox to not be named Joe Buck to do an all-star game in over 20, 30 years. So I thought he did an incredible job.
Kind of gave also Matt Vasgersian vibes when he got excited. Like whenever Helsley hit 103 right on the black.
103! Wow!
Man. Like he was so excited about that.
Yeah, but he's different. I like his presence, and I love the fact that he allowed the players to talk on the microphone and had them do their thing. Like for instance, with the picture sequence with the guy from the Yankees and the catcher from the Yankees, they both had their little, they had the microphones and headphones on. They talking throughout each pitch to get the strategy going, and it was just amazing video and production. So shouts out to him, because if it was Joe Buck, maybe he wouldn't have had him do it the whole time. I don't know, but Joe Davis came in and let everybody know who he is, and he held that down.
I agree. It'll be fun to hear what he's like in the postseason as well.
Yeah, so that's coming up. And then there was also a cool moment, and Joe, I know you wanted to see it. You can see it. I got you right here. About to go ahead and pull up this video. A cool moment that happened during the game, and during the home run derby. And this was when Pujols was taking a break, and he got showered with some love.
You can see this moment building, and now every player on both teams are moving towards home plate to honor Albert Pujols.
So that was a pretty cool.
I want to be that colonel that was.
Oh, just real quick. We ain't trying to do any other ads.
I'm feeling like, wait, what the chicken got to do with?
We ain't doing no other ads now on the
right now. So I'm like, wait, what?
Right. We ain't getting paid yet. We won't have the sponsorship money yet.
Right. It's eventually. We will be getting paid eventually, guys.
Yeah, you go. Right. But yeah, so that was a cool moment. And Pujols, you could tell that he felt all the love, from everyone there, from players, from fans. I don't know if you saw his pregame speech in the locker room to the teammates, and I just feel glad, that he's getting his just due, which I don't feel like it would have happened if he didn't come back to St. Louis.
Oh no, not at all. He's a Cardinal. Obviously he was in Los Angeles for 10 years, but him coming back here, that's why all this stuff's happening, and
so
that was just awesome.
Based off his career with his great years with the Cardinals, if he was still with the Dodgers right now, he would not be getting his last set of flowers at this All-Star game. He wouldn't be voted or anything. All that 10-year story career in St. Louis is not going to disappear just because he went to another team.
No, he still would have gotten showered with love, but I don't think it would have been nearly as big of a deal if he was with a different team. Like, Albert Pujols was born to be a Cardinal. Obviously they're doing this as well for his career, but everyone knows him as a Cardinal. And that was just awesome to see. Manny Machado spoke out about it about a month ago in the locker room pregame speech, I guess you can say. He said that he gave, Manny Machado and all of them, they stood up for him, gave him a standing ovation. He said that, everyone coming to him at the Derby, that was probably one of his top moments of his entire career. And obviously we know that he's done a lot of stuff in his career. So that was just awesome to see. Pretty much, the one of the best hitters of our lifetime, and all these young guys just coming around, just praising him pretty much.
Yeah, it was definitely a dope moment
Hey, you know what? I wonder if that made him feel old. You know,
This guy, he's probably passed out. I mean, I don't know if he's at the ESPYs right now because he's up for a big award, but whew, that guy was out of it. I think he was upset that Schwarber didn't beat him right away because he was sweating and out of breath, and it was looking a little rough there for a second. Like they were saying on the radio, Albert's got one of those pretty follow throughs with his one arm, but he was sitting there taking 2 arm swings there for a bit because that guy was so tired.
So what we're gonna do, because we know that at 8:00 Bunny has to go ahead and leave us early. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this game up now. This has been a mega hit already. It's called Role Play. So if you saw last week, there'll be one person that'll be like in the press and the media, and they'll ask another person, and they'll pretty much pretend like they're that person from their point of view, but then they'll have their own little spin to it. So, T-Bone, I know it is your first week, and I know that you had a question for Bunny. So, who will Bunny be in this role play edition?
Well, I mean, I think Bunny can. Bunny may need a second, but
oh no, she ready.
It would be Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, look at him. Wow, looks like he's from the 70s.
That's Jesus.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Are you there, Aaron Rodgers?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no.
I'm going to take a sabbatical from football for a few months, okay? I'm sit there. I'm going to go boo up with my girl. Hey, is he still with Danica Patrick or no?
Nah.
All right. Well, he probably got another girl now. I'm going to go boo up with my girl. I'm going to go ahead and, don't worry about being vaccinated. I'm just saying I've had my concoction to avoid this coronavirus and all. And, yeah. I'm looking out for my teammates. It's all about them, and I can't be successful without them because I don't like how this Packer organization has really, really been doing these players. But I would give them one more year after I have my little sabbatical.
Well, Aaron, I just have a question. I mean, if you're talking to Stephen A. Smith, he'll tell you about how you're a bad man, and you get a lot of praise, and you got a lot of good stats, and you've been MVP a few times, and I noticed. You wear the number 12. What's the significance of that 12 for you?
One of me plus.
You going with me too?
I'm going to use an expletive, but I had the baby here, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, Aaron, I just noticed that you wear the number 12, and I did think about a significant 12 number for you. Because with this season, it will be 12 years since you won your last Super Bowl. When are you going to win another one?
Shout out to the Platform Sports Talk Show crew for even acknowledging I've been in the game for 12 years. So I've been on your minds for 12 years. So shout out to you all and shout out to me for being that great. Now, worry about me getting a Super Bowl ring.
Shots fired.
I know you did that. Well, me worried about another Super Bowl ring. Hey, I'm out here trying hard every day. My teammates, again, the organization does not give them enough support. But that's all right, though, because I know we can get this done eventually. But don't worry about our next ring. As long as we out here, I'm going to give you one good year, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Well, Aaron, I think that's about all the time that we have for questions today.
All right. Well, make sure I stay on your mind for another 12 more years. Thank you and good night.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me go ahead and show some love. There we go. Good job, Bunny. All right. So who's next?
Bunny never told me who I'm gonna be.
Right.
I don't know because I was like, Joe, you have frenemies, but you don't. I know who you love baseball-wise. Football, you don't really have anybody. But if I'm thinking of a team in particular baseball, I don't know if you hate the Yankees like I do, but
yes, she does.
I can think of Boone, right? Aaron Boone.
Brett.
Is he fired? He's still a manager.
Aaron Boone. What's up?
He's not fired yet, is he?
No, he's gonna be fine. They're winning games right now. He's all right.
Okay, that's what I was like. Is he fine? Yeah, we can do Aaron Boone. So, Coach Boone, how you think your season's going for you Yankees so far? What's your game plan to get it together?
Get it together, Bunny. We are got like 63 wins on the year right now. We're the best team in baseball. Okay, why you gotta show me? You gotta show Boone, but obviously we're all right. Anyways, we're the best team in baseball. My guys are monsters out there. You see that guy Judge? See how big he is? 6'7", Stanton 6'7", hitting moonshots all over the place. We got a tough schedule in the second half. We'll finally start playing some good teams that are 500 and better. We're not just going to be playing the Royals and the Tigers the rest of the way. So we got our work cut out for them, but I think we'll be all right. We're going to start the second half against a really good team, the Houston Astros. They own us. So Jose Altuve is the king of New York City. So I'm a little nervous for that. But after that, it should be a fun second half of the year, and we're ready to go to the postseason and win our first World Series in like 12 years.
Right there with Aaron Rodgers.
12 years. I don't even know the math on that. Last time they were even in a World Series was 09. So it's been a minute.
Right. Any more questions, Bunny, for Aaron Boone?
Coach Boone, let's see if you make it through this season. Otherwise, I guess you had a good run while it lasted, huh?
Yeah, you know how it is out here. I mean, you got Joe Madden getting fired. Tony's probably going to get fired. So I better win a ring before, they cut me loose out here in the Queens.
We shall see.
Okay. Good job. Good job. All right. Joe?
You're the big man out there right now, Mr. Juan Soto.
Let's see here. Thought I had his thing. Let me see. Matter of fact, let's skip Soto until I get his photo up, and then we'll proceed. So I'm gonna go ahead. T-Bone, you are Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Well, pal, how's it going?
Doing well. So we seen over the last month you kind of been going through a few little things in regards to your personal life, and a lot of people have been saying that you should give up the reins for your product and allow maybe your son-in-law or your daughter to pretty much run the company. And now you have Tony Khan starting to do some things with AEW by taking a lot of fan favorites from WWE and now going to AEW. So just what's going on right now through your mind through this ordeal? And do you feel it's time to go ahead and let it go with what you're doing right now in wrestling?
Well, pal, first of all, the only Khan I recognize is Nick Khan. Because that other guy, who is he? Who's he ever beat? But anyway, as far as I go, well, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. But anyway, here in the World Wrestling Entertainment, we like to provide everybody with stuff that's entertaining, as it already says. And, well, if you see in the ratings, there's no other wrestling show that provides the ratings that we do. Is there? I didn't think so. Why? Because I have a monopoly on everything. But anyway, as far as me stepping down, why? It's mine. I started it. I own it. Why should I step down? I mean, just because I like to get jiggy with it, I don't think that I need to step down at all. I run a successful company here, and well, things happened, and well, I didn't do anything wrong legally anyway. So yeah, I don't see myself stepping down until I have both feet in the grave.
So my last question for you, and this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Our special guest right now is Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Last question. I'm sure you heard of our one of our panelists, T-Bone Funk, and he used to be in the wrestling circuit. He's a former professional wrestler. Why isn't that you have not given this man a chance to showcase his skills during the prime of his career?
Now, wait a minute. That's not true. I've had him there several times. I know he met he was with my son-in-law in Triple H and in NXT a couple times. I think he was at a Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was at Raw and SmackDown. Because, well, I don't know what happened with him, but we here at the World Wrestling Entertainment like to give everybody an opportunity. Remember Kofi? Huh? He was champ. Big E. Bobby Lashley. Yes, Bobby Lashley. Look at him. Yeah. Excuse me. Well, anyway, fine young guy. I hear he's coming after what I do here. But I give him I wish him well in his future endeavors.
All right. Nice.
I like your Vince.
All right. Great job.
Fred's got the mo down. You got the Vince down.
All right, Joe, you're up.
All right, Juan, you're only 23 years old. You've won a World Series. You're one of the best hitters in the game. And you just turned down a 15-year, $440 million contract extension with the Nationals. Is there something going on behind the scenes with the Nationals that, is the reason why you didn't want to sign with them? And how does it make you feel that the Nationals did not fly you to Hollywood themselves whenever you were going to be in the home run derby?
No, I'm just playing. So, all right. In regards to what's going on with the Nationals right now, the reason why I'm not wanting to stay is because there's a song by Blackstreet called Money Can't Buy Me Love. And that's how I feel right now. Yes, I was part of a World Series championship team. I am one of the best players in all of baseball. But there's just something that's not there in regards to being there in Washington. Maybe the politics, maybe sometimes the weather, the people. I want to go to a organization that I feel they're going to show up and show out every night, like baseball heaven. And I have a good idea of a great team that I feel will better use me and appreciate my talents. And speaking of appreciation, I think it's bull beep that the Nationals did not pay for a private charter because they were petty, because I did not want to stay with them. After all I have done for that organization, I should be giving out everything that the ownership has to offer, even though I turned down the money. But I gave you some of the best years of not just my life, but yours, Washington Nationals. And another reason why I probably don't want to be on that team anymore, because I'm tired of the Walgreens logo on my cap. Outside of that, I'm ready to go, and I have a team in the Midwest that I feel like will do a great job in wanting me to join in.
Thank you, Juan. I still can't believe you're only 23 years old, but thank you for that. Thank you for being honest, and maybe we'll see you in the Midwest in a couple weeks.
That's what she said.
What the? Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Yes. So that was fun. That was role play. Bring Bunny back in. So now y'all get the gist of role play. So this would be a normal segment for the Platform Sports Talk Show main show. So hope y'all enjoyed that. And let me see, Miss Williams here. She gets it. She gets it. Yep. So that was definitely fun. So another segment that we're going to do. This is a new one. We'll see if we'll keep it going. Weeks to go down the road, but you know when you're old, win. So recently, there's been some guys who've been drafted in the MLB. Like, for example, let me go ahead and bring this screen over if I have it. Hopefully, I do. Matter of fact, I'll get it later on. But there's been some guys who've been drafted, and fathers have played during the time that we've been watching them play when we were younger, and now you're seeing their sons get drafted or already playing in the league. So I asked the crew, I said, why don't y'all give me some things here of some players that y'all watched back in y'all day? I know Joe, and like your day is like a long, long time ago. But anyway, guys that you've seen play, and now you're seeing their sons doing the same thing. It could be in any sport. So, Bunny, start off with you.
Hey, the Tatis family, la familia de Tatis. Fernando Jr. I remember you got the Mets Tatis up there, but when Tatis was with the Cardinals.
Right.
And I remember the game specifically when he played against the Montreal Expos in Montreal and hit 2 home runs in the same inning. I said, damn, that boy bad. But, yeah, I know I'm getting old because I was high school when that game happened. And here he is, his son is right playing in the game, all-star and everything. I'm like, dang, I am getting old.
And just to add on, you're definitely right. Tatis, when he was with the Cardinals, he was my favorite player during those times with the Cardinals. I was a huge fan of his. Unfortunately, injuries, started getting in the way of his time with the Cardinals, and he moved on, as you saw, to the Mets. But yes, I was definitely a fan. And then it stung when we found out that Tatis Jr. could have been a Cardinal as well. And the organization, pretty much gave up on him, like, no, worry about him. And now, of course, he's not playing because he's injured. But when he does play, he's definitely a top 10 player, maybe top 5 player in all of baseball. But I'm definitely a huge fan of both the Fernando and Fernando Tatis Jr. They definitely hold themselves down in baseball.
The crazy thing is, apparently, as a younger brother, that's supposed to be better than him. So
really,
yeah. Same thing with the Acuñas. There's another Acuña that's gonna be out there shortly as well. So they breed them well, okay? If you're a son of a baseball player, I'm sure it's got a lot of expectations, a lot of stress. But I mean, it's in the blood. You're gonna be good.
Man, that's woo.
I think he's also in the White Sox organization as well, like Tatis originally was.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they got them both at one point.
All right, so, T-Bone.
When I was a kid, I used to rent tapes all the time. We're talking wrestling tapes. And I remember from 19... I mean, anyway, as a kid, one of the tapes I used to like a lot was Starrcade 90. Starrcade 90 was from the Kiel Auditorium here in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, on that card, there was a wrestler. His name was Rey Mysterio, although they didn't call him Rey Mysterio. And then, didn't really think much of it. And then about 6 years later, there's this small guy doing all kinds of flips and stuff. His name was Rey Mysterio Jr., his nephew. It's weird. But anyway, so, 11, 12 years old, that's the kid. That's the guy I was watching at the time, seeing him do all this crazy stuff. Well, he has a son, Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio's been in the WWE for like 3 years now. And I remember even as a kid, or I guess I was in college at the time, seeing him in a angle where he was a kid in like 2005,
right,
involved in stuff. And now he's been a tag team champion. He's tagging with his dad. And I feel old, real old. That's how I know I'm old.
Facts. I feel the same way. Joe.
All right, well, there's so many people to choose from. I almost gave you the Biggios only because Craig Biggio is my all-time favorite baseball player. But his son, Kevin, he's on the Blue Jays with this guy that I'm about to say. and his career hasn't started off as hot as Vladdy Jr. So I chose the juniors, Vladdy and Vladdy Jr., Vladdy Sr., and I mean, look at that. Look at him over there in his little Expo jersey. Freaking adorable. But I remember I didn't like see Vladdy Sr.'s, Major League debut and all this stuff, but my brother was a huge fan of his. I remember falling in love with him as well. He would, hit balls that bounce off the ground, 500 feet. He had a cannon of an arm in an outfield, and he was just really fun to watch. And now we're starting to see what Vladdy Jr. is all about on a really fun and exciting Toronto Blue Jays team. And Vladdy Sr. said that Junior's better than he's going to be, so far he's definitely showing it. But he's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I think it is truly amazing to see that photo right there, and I was definitely one of the biggest fans for Vlad Senior during this time with the Expos, and then of course the Angels. Dude had that unorthodox batting stance, swing, but he had a missile, a cannon, whatever you want to say. He had that in the outfield, throwing it from right field. I mean, you thought that you were safe, and obviously look up, boom, you tagged out. Mm-hmm. So, and then now to see his son may not be as gifted defensively like his father is as of now, but definitely offensively, he could have easily won MVP last year if it wasn't for Mr. Shohei Ohtani. So he definitely is a threat. Did you see? Were you at the game when he came in town this season, Joe?
Yeah, he had a freaking moonshot past us.
Yeah.
He was slumping a little bit, and then that happened, which, again, like, it was a weird, slow, boring game, but, like, when you see guys that you love watching and respect playing, like, it doesn't hurt as bad whenever, it's happening to your favorite team. So, but, yeah, he's just really fun to watch. Before the game, he took about 10 to 15 balls and threw them randomly into the stands, and that's awesome. Like, I wish more players would do that, especially superstars like Vladdy.
Yep, most definitely. So, last but not least, we all know this man here when he came to the Cardinals back in I believe 96, 97. No, I'm sorry, 95. And then the 96 season is when he hit the wonderful 72 home runs.
No, that was 96, the Cardinals went to the playoffs, but lost in the NLCS. 97 was the home run thing, him and Sosa.
Yeah, so we're talking about Mark McGwire, and now I thought originally that it was the same son that he was, holding up every game and stuff like that, home run chase, but it wasn't. But his other son, because I believe he has 3 sons, and he is Matt. Then you have Max, and he's currently playing for Oklahoma. He said he's a slugger. Then you have this young man right here, Mason McGwire. He just got drafted as a pitcher by, of all teams, the rival Chicago Cubs just this past week at the MLB draft. But it just shows, like, man, it's just crazy seeing, these guys that we grew up watching, and now their sons are about to hold things down or already holding things down in their professional sports. So I think it's just a really cool feeling. And yes, it's definitely something that makes you say, when you're old, win.
Oh, also speaking of MLB and the draft, think about this. MLB is trying to catch up with everybody else and have them draft watch parties where all the prospects that's going to be drafted high in the room and see it. They never used to do that. The NBA been doing that. NFL does it too. I don't know about NHL, but when I saw MLB finally doing this, I'm like, wow, about damn time.
Well, MLB has done it since Mike Trout's gotten drafted back in 10 or 11. It's just you always used to be in Studio 42 at MLB Network, and there wasn't nearly. This is the first time they were actually on site. It was exciting and stuff. So that's why more people are noticing it. But I do hope that more and more of these guys show up at these events because Matt Holliday and his son, they weren't there. Andrew Jones' family and son weren't there. You know, they were all at home, which is still fun because you could bring so many people with you. You know, but it would be cool to see some of these guys at these events.
And as you see on the screen right now, these are some of the players that have played and their sons that were just drafted. So you have Matt Holliday, when Matt had hair, back with the Colorado Rockies, and his son Jackson Holliday, who was the #1 pick. He's a shortstop. You have Andrew Jones and his son, I believe it's Drew Jones. Then we have Carl Crawford. Man, he has one of the contracts that's like laughable because he didn't live up to his contract at all when he signed with the Dodgers. And then he just got hurt and just kind of fell away, you know, fall down the wayside. But his son, Justin, just got drafted. Then you have Luke Collier from the Pittsburgh Pirates, I believe, on that picture, and his son, Cam. So there's more examples of father and sons who, you know, played in the fathers who played in the league, and now their sons who just got drafted. So that's really pretty cool. And I know there's a slew of other folks in different sports as well, as Ms. Williams had in the comments here. Pull it up real quick. She has on here, you know, when you're old, when you watch Bill Walton and Luke Walton both play and retired. Yep, that's true. Yep, I can consider myself old like that as well, because I recall both guys playing as well and retiring. I think Shaq always would give Bill Walton a hard time though about his knees and everything. Miss Williams also says also watch both Muhammad Ali and Layla Ali box. So another good one.
And speaking of Muhammad Ali, there was breaking news about 10-15 minutes ago that Albert Pujols won the Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award this year at the ESPYs. There's a cool video that's out. Obviously, I haven't got to watch it yet, but my brother just texted me saying that his speech, you know, was a little made you want to cry. So I'll do that off screen later and look like a little baby. But you know, something that talking about all this, you know, your old thing is like at the red carpet and at the home run derby, you see Mike Trout with his son Beckham, and you seen Garrett Cole with his son. I think his name was like Caden. I know Chris Bryant, you know, we've seen his son be born. Like, it's going to be crazy in like 15 years. We're going to be seeing these guys getting drafted as well. And we, you know, like for me, I remember watching Mike Trout and Chris Bryant get drafted. So it's going to be, you know, these guys are going to get drafted, these little kids, you know, like if you're Mike Trout's son, you're going to play Major League Baseball. So it's going to be crazy to see that.
Yep, I agree. Definitely agree. So, and Miss Williams with the heart emojis. Showing love. All right. So, Bunny, I know that you got to go ahead and do your thing. Mr. Supermom out there. So thanks for being part of the show.
Thanks for having me, guys, as always.
Have a good night.
Yep.
See you in 2 weeks for Ladies' Night.
Yeah, the special edition, right?
Soon. Get ready.
Better fill me in on this because I still know what's going on.
Sounds like the listeners need to stay tuned too, because they might find out some information that they ain't know before. So
yeah. So
you guys don't know, I don't know. So it'll be a surprise for everyone.
All right, I'm here for it. Damn.
It's gonna be dope. So Bunny, you have a good one. Have a great rest of your evening.
You do the same. Bye, guys and ladies.
All right. Once again, this is your Wednesday night sports alike. Joe, do me a favor, tell everybody where they can find us at.
What are you doing to me right now? T-Bone, I'm gonna need you to do this.
T-Bone's closing an event right now, but speaking of events, hey, look, we just talked about it earlier, and you know, I'm gonna start with this because it always gets forgotten. Send us an email. Tell us about some sports stuff that y'all want to talk about to the platform, to platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Send us a message on Instagram. Get in them DMs. Let us know what you want to talk about. We got Twitter at 314 Sports Talk. Facebook, the Platform Sports Talk Show. And right here, where most of y'all are probably watching in the first place, we got us here on YouTube. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. And, well, click on that bell. And then, Joe, what happens when they click on that bell?
Anytime we go live, you will be notified.
And see, you know what, everybody? Again, y'all can check us out. Maybe y'all want to sit maybe the next day. Maybe y'all can't watch us on Wednesdays. Maybe y'all want to check out the next days. Check out the replay. And you can find us on Roku. And sit there on the big screen. Sit there with whatever y'all drink at whatever time y'all drink. Hopefully it's after 5 o'clock because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But, go ahead and check us out on Roku. And then for those of y'all who are not watching, for those of y'all who are listening, you can listen to us on Hot 365 Radio. It says always hot, like it is here in St. Louis. You can check us out at hot365radio.com. You'll not only be able to hear the Platform Sports Talk Show, but the first Wednesday of the month, as just talked about, you will be able to see or hear Ladies Night. So, as y'all just heard, sounds like something big is coming up in the next couple weeks. So, you might want to check us out and check out our social media, see what's going to happen. But don't forget, even though that's in a couple weeks, next week we have the Man Cave. That's right. Myself will be there. You'll get to see all the panel, included by the host Stanton, who will be out there back again for this month coming up. And you'll be able to see all of us and hear us talk about sports and everything else. And you know what? We're here for you. And by the way, for those of y'all listening on Hot 365 Radio, y'all got about 54 minutes before if we go over, you want to check us out here on YouTube or Facebook, or just listen however you need to listen and check us out. So I think that touched on everything, but send us emails. We never get emails, and we want to get to 1,000 subscribers at some point. You know what I mean? On YouTube, that's kind of important.
Get them shares going.
We need y'all support. Tell your mama, tell your friend, tell everybody out there. Tell that person down the street, down the block. Tell that person, hey, just click it, click it or ticket. All right.
Speaking of tell your mama, my mother-in-law last week told me that she did listen in on that ladies' night with Michelle Smallman.
She did?
She said she really enjoyed that one. So I thought that was cool because I know she's chimed in on Facebook here and there, but she says she listened to that whole one and she really enjoyed it.
Nice. Y'all did an incredible job.
The question is, did she subscribe?
Right.
I don't even know she's got a YouTube.
She said, "Yep, a TV. I have a TV." No,
I think she follows us on Facebook though.
Hey, shouts out! Thanks once again. Just thank y'all for just supporting us for so long now. This show continue to get better and better. Their production, everything. So continue to have the faith and trust in us to give y'all great content. We got y'all covered. I saw this during the game last night, Joe. They showed a picture of your boy, Garrett Cole, right? And I'm like, man, he reminds me of someone. I couldn't put my finger on it. Then I said, oh, I think he reminds me of this guy.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit. I think Mike Matheny's more handsome, but I can see it a little bit.
I was like, man, you know what? They look kind of similar, like especially like when Garrett Cole be having the hair kind of like out, outside the cap, kind of like a little flow going. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, they look kind of like they should be some brothers.
Yeah, only a little bit though, because Yankees are still stuck in the Stone Age. He can't be showing too much hair.
Right. So, up next, what we have, we're gonna go back to some MLB, and this next segment is called Drip or Drop. So they had the recent what was it yesterday, the MLB red carpet fashion show, the whole nine. It's a lot of guys on the red carpet with their families or maybe by themselves and showing off their latest. So we're going to decide if we're going to be saying really or really. If y'all ready, let's go. Up first, we have Ronald Acuna Jr. What do you think about his outfit, Joe?
I saw a video of it starting from his shoes on up, and I'm like, okay, I dig this. Sunglasses did it for me. I think he looks like an idiot, but the rest of the outfit's nice. His son and his wife look nice.
T-Bone?
That's passable. That's all right there. I mean, I don't know if I can pull it off, but That's all right. That's all right there.
So it looks like he has the drip.
Really?
Up next, Jazz Chisholm, Miami. I'm sorry, yeah, Miami Marlins. He has the top with the no shirt, got the big chain, and he's wearing some shorts like he's Dwayne Wade. Your thoughts on the look, Joe?
I love this one. I think only Jazz can pull this type of look off. You know, he's always got some type of swag going on with the glasses, the different colored hair all the time. So I really liked his look.
Woo! See here's the thing. Let me tell you. When you had that bottom, what is it, the Chiron down there, or the bottom third, whatever that is, I was like, okay, this looks like regular Miami. He's got the little, the blazer and the pants. And then as soon as that came off, I was like, I see knees. Oh, well, I said, wait a minute. You can drop that, bro. Drop it.
Hey, you know what? I'm on the same boat as you, man. I feel like it's lazy when you don't want to put on a shirt with your blazer. Yeah, you may be, you may have muscles and pecs and the whole nine, but it's a fashion show. I know it's the Miami culture. I just been to Miami, so I've seen it, but I'm not really feeling the whole no shirt going on look. So
He ain't the only one that did it, though.
I know. So with that being said, really? All right. Up next, let me see a comment from Miss Williams. At least his hair and suit match.
It still looks like he still might have a little bit of blue in there too from his last hair color, but I don't know. Jazz is fun. He always brings a lot of style to the field. Like I said, he doesn't have like the big old Oakleys on. He's got like some fancy designer shades on all the time, like 10 freaking chains on. He looks like he's having fun, and he feels good too.
So this one should definitely get Joe going. Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh yeah. I almost sent you this one for one of my favorites, but Ohtani, you gotta tighten that tie up there. It's kind of loose up top, but I get it. It's hot, but I like it. They both look good. You got the unicorn and the goat, so yeah, they look really nice.
Yeah, that's good to go. That's good to go.
Yeah, I'll give Ohtani a lot of credit, from him coming from, where's he from, Joe? Is he from Japan?
Yeah, I think he's from Japan.
Yeah, so I like the look, and like you said, I think the tie, I'm not sure if that's the style that he wanted, or he just wasn't told in advance, like, hey, fix your tie. But I'm going to give him an approval. Mike Trout's kind of like, I'm just going to chill with my boy.
But they look like stars.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not that impressed with Mike Trout's look here. I think he's done better in the past. But I'm going to still go ahead and
he's a dad now.
Yeah, but still, I mean, and that ain't changed my swag. So with that being said, I'm still go ahead and give them.
Really?
All right. Up next, and as matter of fact, Ms. Williams had a comment. Ohtani looks like his suit is too small.
It's because that one button's buttoned, the other one's not. It looks like he might have had a big meal or something.
All right. So up next, Ian Happ from the Chicago Cubs, and he has his lovely wife, date. I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know. But think what thoughts about his look?
I don't know. I'm iffy on this one. I like that
it's the hump.
I don't know. I seen this live on Instagram or whatever, and it looked much better than this picture. I will say that. But I mean, he looks nice and handsome. I'm not real big on the shoes, but I mean, I give it like a B-.
That looks like he's auditioning for the prequel of The Penguin. All right. Yeah, those shoes look like something the Penguin will wear, and it could be the angle. And I'm sure that those shoes probably cost more than my entire wardrobe combined. But that purple and black and white, it's a drop.
Yeah, so his suit is blue. Like I said, in the video, it looks much better. It's not really Cubby blue, more so of a Dodger blue, but it definitely looked better in the video.
I don't know. Doesn't show up photo ready. They got to think like the presidents. And, they don't always wear white shirts. Sometimes they're that like a light pink or light white shirt, but it's not showing up the way he wanted on there. So I don't know. And it's not even coordinating with his date. Okay, what is that?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. So I'm giving it a really. Up next, another bare-chested Stellan Marte, New York Mets. Thoughts on the outfit?
I give the muscles an A+, the chains an A+. But I don't know. Like this one, I don't really like. It doesn't look as cool as Jazz's outfit. So,
Man, at least he's got pants instead of shorts. Man, I don't know. I mean, that's not for me. But I'm gonna give it to him because he's got pants instead of shorts. The shorts just bug me.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. Once again, no shirt. I just want to see more style. So I'm going to definitely give it a really. All right. Oh, Miss Williams, let me see what she says. I might change my answer now. She says, I like this one, maybe because of the muscles.
yeah, Miss Williams, you should have seen it unbuttoned because this dude hit like an 8-pack, okay? Like he's huge.
It's crazy because like sometimes you can't really tell when they wear baseball uniforms. Like when I saw Ohtani in the picture, I was like, good Lord, this dude is like a freaking Godzilla.
Yeah, he's like a Greek god. Like his shoulders are the size of Mia's head. Like Ohtani's huge.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. All right, so this is gonna be the St. Louis Cardinals edition. Miles Michaelis rocking the green suit with the fam. Thoughts on the look?
Yeah, I like the whole Michaelis family. They're all matching. It was cute. His daughter said they got their outfits from Target, so I thought that was adorable because same. And I don't know. I like the green. It looks good.
Family coordinated. That's like what we were talking about with the blue or purple suit earlier. It's like, look, this coordinates with the family. It matches, right? There you go. I like it.
Ms. Williams says she likes it. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a
Really?
But I hold Michaelis to a higher standard because when he be having their road trips and he's having their outfits and everything, he be coming with it. I think he kind of held back, maybe because he was with his family and it was red carpet thing. But I think he has more fashion than what he showed. This Williams likes his wife's dress, so that's cool. Up next, we have pull them up. There we go. Paul Goldschmidt.
When I seen this, Fred, let me tell you. First off, look at Paul. Look at him. He's a sexy dad. Okay, that's what I said. I told Brendan, I was like, he is a sexy, fine-ass dad. Okay, look at him. The only complaint I have about Goldie, and this is what makes him a dad, okay, is he's got the baggy pants.
There we go.
So the style nowadays is just, just a little bit higher, a little more tight, kind of like his son's. But that's not Goldie, you know what I'm saying? But he's still like rocking the Jordans with the suit, that's what everyone else is doing these days as well. Mm-hmm. But the whole family looks adorable. Son with the shades, his wife looks beautiful, his cute daughter, and he's just, I love me some Goldie. That's the beard does it for me. You guys already know this.
The pants are throwing me off here. You either go, you gotta get that tailored to you. You know what I mean? You can't just his son's suit looks better than his suit.
Right.
I don't know. I see 4 people, and out of the 4 people, he's the 4th best dressed person there.
But out of those 4 people, who all hit a homer later on?
Really? They ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying, he feels fine. He hit a homer, and his wife doesn't care.
He didn't hit a home run with this.
Good one, T-Bone.
The son looks like, look at me, I'm swagged out. And he's like, I'm a dad. What do you want me to do? That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, and as y'all both brought up, the pants kind of throws off the look. So with that being said,
No belt. No belt.
Well, those
All
pants it doesn't have any belt loops. It don't look like.
no, it's one of those you have to adjust the pants from inside. This Williams says nice family pick.
Maybe if they crop the bottoms.
All right, another Cardinal. Albert Pujols.
There we go. That's a star right there.
He's done this a time or two.
Right. So T-Bone, I can tell you approve, Joe.
That's a star.
No, I really like it. I think he looks good. He rocked the blue for, I guess, being in the Dodger Stadium. He's got like the light blue. Looks good. You know, the shoes, those look nice as well. Everything matches well, and I like how the family's wearing some Cardinals gear as well. So I liked it. He looks cool. He looks like a Hall of Famer.
Cardinal blue, not Dodgers. That's Cardinal blue right there.
Right. And I definitely agree with y'all. He's holding it down. So
Really?
He got his picture in the background. That's a star.
All right. Up next, Tim Anderson from the Chicago White Sox.
What?
I mean, he looks comfortable. You know, like I feel like this is what he wears when they travel to the next city they're going to. But
they're going to the movies.
Yeah, right. His daughters and his wife or girlfriend looks amazing. You know, I mean, they came out.
Now, so that's his wife, and there actually is a backstory.
I only said wife or girlfriend because there's been some rumors about Mr. Anderson. So.
Yes. That's a song called "Side Piece." Anyway, yeah.
Lost her.
So, I like the look, but not for the red carpet. I feel like he like you said, T-Bone, going to the movies or whatever, hanging out with the fellas, go.
I don't know
like that.
I don't know what the hell you guys are wearing to the movies, but I show up in some sweatpants and I'm feeling cozy.
I'm just saying.
I'm not in high school anymore, but I dress up to go see a movie.
So wait, so B says, babe, date night of the movies, you gonna wear some sweats?
We both wear some sweats. He might wear shorts because he gets hot easily, and we're going cozy. You're literally nowadays. You're not sitting in a seat. You're laying down in these cozy recliners, greasy ass popcorn, and you're just watching a movie. You can't even talk. So like, why am I going to dress up to try to impress someone in the movies?
Ms. Williams says he said, "Heck with the suit. I'm being comfortable."
Right.
And then daughters and wife look.
Trying to see what's he trying to do there. I don't know.
Yeah.
About that one.
All right. And for those listening on Hot 365 Radio, we're sorry. You just got to tune in right now on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook. You can see what we're looking at right now. But hopefully we can try to give y'all a nice little description just by our reactions and everything. Up next, the Contreras brothers, Wilson and William. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Contreras, and they are on the two men on the right.
So I like Williams' fit, but Wilson's, I don't know. I don't like that whole matching bandana pattern. I don't know. That doesn't work for me, but William looks really nice.
Well, Pujols did it better on one. And,
right.
William's the one holding the girl in the white dress.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had the one in the middle. So William is the one on the far left. Okay. And then Wilson's the one on the far right.
Yeah, and the matching pants and shirt.
Yeah, like he's selling some weed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. That's some big cuffs, but I guess it's
are. Oh yeah, that's definitely a no. That's definitely a no. So with that being said, really? All right. Up next. Oh, I did forget about this Cardinal.
Yeah, he was looking fresh. Apparently Adam Wainwright got him that full get up right there, and him and his brothers. And I think he looks good.
And that's Ryan Helsley, the flamethrower on the bullpen. And yeah, the look is nice. I like it. It's clean.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. So we have a
Relay.
up next. Now, this one here, I think is going to be the worst of all, but let's see. And that's Jock Peterson.
He looks like a skater boy. That's what he looks like. But that's who Jock is, honestly. Jock doesn't care about all that stuff. His son looks just like him. He's wearing the same thing. Look at his hair and everything.
Right.
Is that a romper or?
No, you can tell it's a shirt and shorts.
I'm trying to look closely to it. I don't know. That's gonna be a out of all the ones I've seen so far, that's got to get the really.
As William says, "Oh no," and I definitely agree.
Really?
His brother Champ looks cool though, with the Jordans, the ripped jeans, the collar shirt. He looks nice.
Right. Okay. And we have a coach in the midst.
Is it my guy Dusty looking fly? Look at him.
Oh.
Look at Dusty. The shades rocking. Dusty knows what he's doing when it comes to this stuff. He looks nice.
It's a pro right there. That's a pro. Look at that.
You know,
he bought all of his coaches nice little suits too.
He is giving me Ray Charles vibes right now.
So what? You not like this whole getup?
Oh no! I like it. I like it. Like I said, it just gives me, you know, that Ray Charles. So that being said, there you go. All right, so I have an extra one that I'm gonna go ahead and pull up real quick for y'all. Let me get this together first. But I hope y'all have been enjoying our segment here. Let me know in the comments who y'all feel. Oh, there goes Miss Williams. Mm-hmm. He's fly. I like it. Let's see. Where is the red carpet? I gotta bring it back out again. Gotta make sure that we do it right. Because I have a special entry into this. I should say I'm nervous. You ain't gotta be nervous, Joe.
I mean, you already tried sneaking one past me earlier, trying to get me to do all these, Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff.
All right, it's coming up. Here we go. See, this is what happens when you're doing a live show. Then you think something the last second, you got to go ahead and make it happen.
We're live, pal.
Right. Here we go. All right. Miss Williams, everyone, get ready.
I'm so scared. It's gonna scare me because I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. Here we go. It is going to be yours truly.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Rocking the all white with the hat on. Trying to get the sponsorship from Shein. Shouts out to the wifey, you know, holding me down. Let me know what y'all think about the look. You know, Miami, you know.
Very Miami.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an outfit you can wear shorts with. You know, you got short sleeves, you can wear shorts. That adds up. You know what I mean? That adds up right there.
All right, so sound like y'all really saying.
Relay.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for just making me feel so much better, you know. But that's it, y'all, for our red carpet fashion show, our drip or drop. Hope y'all enjoyed that. This is the Sports Talk Show. Go ahead, Joe.
I will say it was funny watching the Verlanders pull up, and you got Kate Hudson doing her little model strut, and she just knew what she was doing. You know, just showing up Justin so much.
Miss Williams said that was a fun segment. Yes, it was. That was all Joe. I'm like, let me know what you need. We'll make it happen. So shouts out to you, Joe, our new producer for the platform Sports Talk.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back into some serious matters here. Our thoughts on the first half of the MLB season. Joe, I know you have some thoughts, so we'll go ahead and start with you.
It's been crazy. As a Cardinal fan, you feel just okay. I mean, we're a half game out, so that's all you can really ask for right now. Last year at this time, we were like 8 out, so and that's whatever. As a baseball fan in general, it kind of sucks, with seeing a lot of guys getting injured early on, pitcher wise, and you can thank Mr. Manfred for that. But shoot, I mean, Aaron Judge is on pace for 60 homers. That's crazy. That's going to be fun to watch. Ohtani's, doing it again. He's hitting well. He's pitching well. But the Angels are a disaster, so that sucks for him and Mike Trout. The White Sox are in a complete mess right now. They started playing better there at the end of the first half, but they've had a lot of injuries, but they still have way too much talent on that team to not be in first place. And the Minnesota Twins are. My Astros, they're doing what they do. They're winning, even with the injuries. And LMJ is going to be back soon. But it's been weird. The AL East, every team is 500 or better. And that I feel like that's one of the biggest stories of the first half of the year. The Orioles ended the first half at 500, and that's good because no one expected that to happen. But other than that, I mean, I think we're in for a wild ride in the second half, and I'm excited to see how this trade deadline is going to go now that there's extra teams in the playoffs, so there won't be as many sellers.
Right, and Ms. Williams had a question. Don't the Cardinals usually do better after the All-Star break?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I know Bunny mentions that all the time. Everyone needs a break. I do think we're going to have some guys that take advantage of it. Hopefully Gallegos is one of those guys because he's been looking a little shaky there this year. So, hopefully him, he's resting up right now. Tommy Edman, he slowed down a little bit, started to get it going again there at the end of the first half. But they usually do, when it gets extremely hot here in July and August, Cardinals usually turn it on. Now we just need the front office to do something as well to try to pump up the guys, down the stretch and hopefully make a couple moves.
T-Bone.
Well, I'm gonna look at it from the the big picture of where we are. I mean, look, it's not a bad thing to be, half a game out from the top of the division. I mean, both teams have 50 wins right now, so you're already starting yourself in a pretty good spot there. So yeah, they need to. As far as this first half, I mean, look, they did everything they needed to do. They are where they need to be, right? Obviously, you'd like to be ahead of the Astros, or not the Astros, the Brewers, but you'd like to be ahead of them. But being tied, that's not. I mean, practically tied. That's a pretty good spot to be in. I mean, as far as like the wild card and everything, I think what are they, 5th right now overall, maybe 6th, but I think the Cardinals are in a pretty good spot, and I know that I have a ticket for sometime in August, so I hope that they continue to be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and just to kind of add on more to what Joe was saying earlier, I think this season here definitely is different because of the lockout that occurred, and then starting the season a little bit later. In regards to scheduling and everything, having to do more double headers. So it's taking a lot of teams time to figure out who they really are. And also injuries have occurred, and it's definitely hurt the Cardinals over these last month and a half or so, not having Bader, not having Tyler O'Neill, at a point not having Dylan Carlson, and then of course not having Jack Flaherty. So
Yachty and Matz.
Yeah, Yachty and Matt. So we're still at a point where, yes, we're frustrated because we expected better, but we had to still be realistic. Is that we still don't know who this Cardinals team is because we haven't had everyone available and healthy and playing, a nice amount of games together. So hopefully this second half, when other guys start coming back like Yachty and Bader, I know O'Neill came back last week, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this Cardinals team second half of the season, especially knowing that these are going to be the last few months for Pujols and for Yachty. Wayno, we don't know yet. He hasn't made any announcements. I have a feeling he may come back another year because he deserves his goodbye tour as well. But right now, we just haven't seen everything from the Cardinals yet, and I hope that it's not something that we continue to go through in regards to the what ifs. Hopefully, we can get that. Okay, now we know what we got before the end of the season. And like what Joe brought up, the trade deadline is going to be crazy. And I know that one of the biggest talks over the last few days, especially here in St. Louis, is who I was earlier, Juan Soto. And according to CBS Sports HQ, they have the top 5 landing spots. Cardinals being number 1, the Dodgers, of course, number 2, Yankees, of course, they're going to be there as well, number 3, the Giants, and then the Seattle Mariners. I'm interested about that number 5. You know, they could fool around, Joe, and make some splashes, but we shall see. But the hottest topic has been about, can the Cardinals actually get Juan Soto? And Joe, I'll start this off real quick, and then of course you can follow up. But these last few years, it seems like, me included, we always, we had the opportunity to get this guy. Couple of made the big splash, and then when the opportunity presents itself, certain people be like, at first, man, we should get this guy. We should go all out. Mozeliak and DeWitt, they holding their wallets, but then they get opportunity to get someone like Soto, and then it's like, oh no, though, we're kind of giving up too much. We start to overanalyze and get in our own way, and it's like, this is the moment that y'all been waiting on, and this is a top 3 player in all of baseball, probably one of the purest hitters in all of baseball. And to me, I just feel like this is an opportunity that we have to take advantage of. We cannot be like we have in the past, like with Bryce Harper, where we wasn't even in the conversation. It wasn't no Cardinals are seeking talks with or negotiating, whatever. There's been certain guys, like even Lindor, we didn't even give a shot. But we keep crying about this, and they're not doing that. But then they get the opportunity, and in order to get something, you have to give. That's the business. People act like they know these players individually. Like, oh my God, if you give away this guy, but it's part of business, and that's what we've been raving about with the Blues and how they operate. Is they think business. What's best for business and getting us to a championship. We have an opportunity to get a guy like Juan Soto. This is the opportunity that we all just need to be like, let's make this happen. We've been complaining too long. The opportunity presents itself. It's like the Blues. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the opportunity presents itself. This is the moment to make things happen and to make a splash, because I truly feel that you get a Juan Soto, that's going to change the mindset of a lot of guys on the team. It's going to be a whole ripple effect from the other guys who's playing around them. Remember, Joe, how you brought up, Matt Carpenter probably had more success because he's around Aaron Judge and standing in the lineup, so now he's getting pitches to hit. Imagine how Arenado and Goldschmidt will feel even that much better, and Carlson, if we have Carlson still, and other guys around the lineup, how much that will improve and bring confidence to the team, as well as the pitchers as well. So I feel like this is a prime opportunity for the Cardinals to make that big splash and shock the world. Joe, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. If you want Nolan Arenado not to opt out of his contract, this is something you definitely do. And again, I don't know if Nolan's going to do that because he would opt out of that much money, but I mean, Juan Soto said no to 15 years for $140 million. So these guys, they do that. I think that the Cardinals could put together probably a better package than the Dodgers and the Yankees could for Juan Soto. And the only thing that gives me slight hope as a Cardinals fan is that Mozeliak has done trades for superstars before in the off season, and then it extended them and whatnot. Obviously, with Goldie and Nato back in 2009, it happened with Holiday. So I don't know. It's like you said though. You have to give up talent to get talent. That's just how it is. That being said, there's only one person I wouldn't trade, and that's Jordan Walker. But everyone else, go for it. Mason Wynn, you can have him. Alec Burleson, you can have him. If you want to throw Yepes, Bader, O'Neal, any of those guys in there, that's fine by me. But, I mean, if you could have a top 4 of your lineup go Edman, Goldschmidt, Soto, Arenado, that is by far one of the scariest top 4s in all of baseball. Like, that would 100% put you in contention for a World Series title. I know we need pitching, but last year we got away with getting John Lester and J.A. Happ, who both had over 5 ERAs, and they somehow turned it around in St. Louis. And the rumor is that the Nats want to attach Patrick Corbin's contract along with this trade if they do trade Juan Soto. Patrick Corbin is having a terrible year. He had a terrible year the year before, but coming to St. Louis, playing with a guy that you grew up with, Paul Goldschmidt, in the D-back system, coming over here, a winning franchise and a hitter's ballpark. I think, as like we saw last year, that, I think he'd be okay coming over here.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Joe, about the pitching, because I feel, and this goes back to the ripple effect. If we did get Juan Soto, we wouldn't have to worry about getting an actual top of the line like ace or second starter in the rotation now, because once again you'll have Soto, and we can shift the focus to getting a guy that can be about innings, and we don't have to have that focus to be on a Manaya or whatever else, which is going to require hella more prospects and whatever to make things happen. We can shift the focus on still getting a solid 6-7 inning pitcher, kind of like a Jake Westbrook, Woody Williams type guy for the team. So it's just all about that domino effect of what you would do if you acquire a Juan Soto. And that's our hope. The Cardinals are thinking of that kind of mentality of, if you do this, the other thing will start falling in place.
Yeah, and this is my thing. I had it written down on my notes. I agree. We 100% need pitching. We need a top 3 pitcher, though. And the thing is there's only 3 people out there that would be considered a top 3 starter that are going to be on the market. That's Frankie Montas with the A's, who he's about to have a rehab start because his shoulder's been messed up for about a month. So we'll see how that goes. Another one is Mahle for the Reds. He's had shoulder problems, and he plays with the Reds. Another one, Luis Castillo, plays with the Reds. I'd be very, very shocked if the Cincinnati Reds are going to do an in-division trade with the St. Louis Cardinals to give us one of their best pitchers. So it's kind of up in the air right now, and if we can't get a top 3 starter, then I don't want to sit there and worry about, sending people like Jordan Walker for a Frankie Montas. I'd rather do something like that for a Juan Soto and potentially get a Patrick Corbin, who can be a 5-6 guy, see what Steven Matz can do when he comes back, see what a Zach Thompson can do, even though I like him better in the bullpen. I gave up all hope on Jack Flaherty, so that's whatever. But, even if you get a guy like Patrick Corbin, he's going to give you innings. And I would like to see Palante back in the bullpen because I feel like that's where he's better at.
True.
And I just, even, I don't know, like just the Juan Soto thing with the Patrick Corbin makes too much sense for the Cardinals. We've talked about even after getting Goldie, after getting Arenado back in 2017 when we got Ozuna, that we still needed another bat. I think we still need another bat, especially since O'Neal's not doing what O'Neal did last year. So it just makes too much sense for the Cardinals, and to get a pitcher like Patrick Corbin, who he won a ring right there with Juan Soto as well, So I don't know. It makes too much sense for the Cardinals, honestly.
And I'm one of those guys, the old school, like Charles Barkley. I know the analytics and stats are there, whatever, but it's all about the human element too. And I say that because let's say if we did get Patrick Corbin, like how many times have the Cardinals proved in the past? Yeah, we don't have Dave Duncan, but how many times have we proved in the past that we get someone, a guy like Wayno would find a issue with the person and how he's pitching, or can find that he's tipping pitches or whatever. Or you have a guy like Yachty who will be back by the time you make the trade, probably, that can detect certain small things. All of a sudden, you might see, Patrick Corbin pitching like he was with the Diamondbacks or the first year with the Nationals. It's the human element of this certain things happening. We had the same discussion about Pujols and how when he was the Angels the last couple of years, or even last year with the Dodgers. Just put him in a certain situation. We haven't heard no kind of injuries from Pujols this season. He's been taking better at bats against righties recently. He's found his stride. It's just all about that environment, that culture, being in a part of something different than where you came from. Maybe Corbin is stressed out in DC. Maybe it's someone about the area. You know what I'm saying? So you bring him to an organization like the Cardinals along with Soto, and you see the magic that comes around being around the team. Like, remember when we tried to get Giancarlo Stanton, and he didn't want to come because he felt like the culture at that time wasn't something he wanted to be a part of. Or why Jason Hayward did stay with the Cardinals and went to the Cubs because he didn't see a future long term because of what he saw at that time. All of that has changed. Yeah, but all that has changed now, having Ali Marmol and what he's bringing to the organization. So that's why I'm confident that if we did make this move, that all parties would be happy, and it will lead to Soto saying, you know what? They cherish me here. They really enjoy, me as a Cardinal. That why would I want to go anywhere else but stay here, because the culture is so much greater than what I've been used to.
And you brought up Yachty, and I think Yachty's a dark horse for the second half of the season. It's been weird not seeing him. He's not even in the States. So everyone, you've heard Wayno with Wednesdays with Wayno on the radio saying they just need him back. They just need his presence back. Our team ERA is like a whole run better when he's behind home plate. So yeah, Patrick Corbin's been pitching to some kids the last year. So I mean, if you get a guy like Yachty back there to help him out, Mike Maddox, a really, really good defensive club behind him, then you might see something that happened with John Lester and J.A. Happ last year. And even last year, whenever we got those guys, they were learning new things every time they were in that dugout, talking to Michaelis and Flaherty and Wayno. And it's just, you go somewhere new, you learn new things all the time, and, you make adjustments. And being on a team that is potentially a World Series type team, that changes everything as well. So I don't know. I like talking about it. I've been doing, like trades in my head the last day or so. I do think the Cardinals could put the best package together. It's just whether or not we're going to see them want to trade their prospects or not. But to me, 3 postseasons with Juan Soto, that sounds pretty nice to me, honestly. You don't know if these guys are going to turn out to be a Juan Soto. Juan Soto's top 3, top 5 best players in the league. Right. If you seen him in that derby, he wasn't hitting derbies poolside. He was hitting them all over that stadium, and that's just the type of player that he is. And he's only 23 years old. So
that's the biggest thing, is his age. He's 23. You have to lock up that guy for years beyond, to his prime. Like he hasn't even reached his prime.
Yeah, it's insane. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, I give the Cardinals I'll give them a 30% chance right now. But that's better than what some people have been saying. But a lot of these big reporters like Rosenthal have Cardinals as a legit contender for them. The 2 teams you always got to look at are the Yankees and the Dodgers. I don't think the Yankees want to give up their prize shortstop prospect, Volpe. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, the Cardinals have Pujols. He seemed like he was he when he was at the Derby, he seemed like that would be where he would want to be. He seems like he wants to be with Pujols. based on just feelings of what I saw when I was watching the Derby. So
and that's always something to look at. But in this scenario, it's not like he has a no trade clause and chooses where he wants to go. It's all on the Nationals. So it's literally whether or not the Nationals like the package they're getting or not.
Yeah.
But he's most valuable right now at this time in his career. This is the most value that you're going to get for him right now. So if you want value and you want to start rebuilding right now, it's the time to do it.
T-Bone, your thoughts on on the first half of the season?
I said something earlier, but when I was thinking about it, think of some of the things we've seen in the first half of the season, especially with the Cardinals. So we've seen Pujols pitch, we've seen Molina pitch, and we've seen them dominate some teams. Who was that? The Phillies they were facing when Molina was pitching. Who was it? Was the Phillies?
The Giants.
It was the Giants?
The Pirates. Albert pitched to the Giants.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I knew it was a Philadelphia or a Pennsylvania team, but yeah. So it's been an interesting season, and especially for me. Like I said, I've been away, so I've been limited as far as what I've been able to see. But I've been happy from what I've been able to see. I'm always the optimist. Hopefully that doesn't change when I move here. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely. So, hope y'all been once again enjoying the Platform Sports Talk Show. A lot of fun topics and segments. I am your boy Smooth. Right over here we have
Joe Bill.
And right down below,
T-Bone.
There it is. Shouts out to Bunny. Shouts out to Stan and to everyone from the Man Cave and to Ladies Night as well. So let's get right into some NHL talk before we go ahead and close things out. After that, we'll have T-Bone's top three. But Joe, can the Blues get another Kachuk?
Could they? Yes. And I give this one a 75% chance for us. He doesn't want to go to arbitration with the Flames. Told him that, I'll play my last year out with you guys, but I'm not going to resign with you. So they're kind of in the same boat as the Nationals are with Soto. And right now they're going to get the most value from him if they trade him right now. So today came out his 5 teams that he would approve approve a trade to. You got the Knights, which there's no way that's going to happen because their money situation is already messed up. You got the Predators, the Stars, the Florida Panthers, and the St. Louis Blues. So I don't know. I think we can put together a pretty good package for Kachuk. It's going to be tough though because you're going to be getting rid of someone probably like a Kyrou. If that happens, we saw what Kyrou could do in the first half of the season last year. And it would be hard to imagine the Blues being a much better team with getting rid of Kyrou and David Perron. But I mean, it's Matthew Kachuk. He had 100 points last year. So he's a pretty good hockey player. He's loved St. Louis. He's shown his St. Louis love. Yeah, shown his love for St. Louis back when the All-Star game was here in 2019. His dad played for us. Obviously, we all know that. So, and one of his best buddies is Rob Tom, who just signed a 8-year contract here. So, if anyone could do it, it's Army. And I do feel confident about this one, honestly. It's probably more than 75% for me. Yesterday, I was saying I could see it by the end of this week of him being here. I mean, I'll give it a little bit more than that, but I could see it happening for sure. JR was about to give us a heart attack earlier on Twitter.
Right. Breaking news.
Matthew Kachuk. And that was it. But no, I could definitely see this one happening. And when it does, Twitter or Blues Twitter is going to explode.
Yes, it will. And it goes back to what I was saying before. You have opportunity to get someone to the caliber of a Juan Soto for the Cardinals and then a Matthew Kachuk for the Blues. You have to do what you have to do. If y'all want to get to the Avalanche and, rankings and stuff like that and the Lightning, you have to make moves like this. And like you said, Joe, he loves St. Louis. His father played for the Blues. Robert Thomas. And once again, he's one of the best players, and he brings a style that Craig Berube loves as well. So this is the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It will be, like I said, you are losing 2 guys this year, and well, I say 2, thinking that Cairo's definitely going to be a part of that package. But so it might be a weird season at first. You're probably going to need Benner to be playoff Benner right away because our backup is in Huso, and Huso saved the Blues season last year. So I think it might be a little bumpy at first, but I mean, like I said, he's a 100-point guy. Him and Rob Tom will probably have so much fun and energy on that ice, and probably make the playoffs again. It's just what the Blues do, especially under Army.
Yep. Any thoughts, T-Bone?
Well, again, now that I'm back, I can tell you what, I am definitely going to be hitting up some Blues games this year. So I'll be looking to see who's on the roster when the season starts. But yeah, that's another thing I'm looking forward to. I'm just glad to be back to enjoy St. Louis sports.
And now it's time. It's been a minute, but it's time for T-Bone's top 3. T-Bone's top 3 storylines in wrestling. T-Bone, it's yours.
I mean, right now it's SummerSlam weekend. So SummerSlam coming up in July this year instead of the August that it's been every year since 1988. But it's interesting. It's supposed to be one of the biggest events of the year, but it doesn't necessarily feel like one of the biggest events of the year. But you got a big match with Roman against Brock. So for a lot of people who give Brock Lesnar a lot of hate, like, he's entertaining, like, especially now that he's like relaxed and like this he's almost like, what do you call Cowboy Brock or whatever you want to call him. Like, he just comes out there, he seems like he's having fun, and it's fun seeing him have fun. Like, everybody's always said that he's just out here and just trying to get paid, and well, that could be true, but he seems like he actually enjoys what he's doing. So he's a funny guy, especially now he's talking for himself and saying what he wants. So I kind of like seeing that version of Brock Lesnar. Don't expect him to win, but I like seeing that version of him. I brought up the Ric Flair thing earlier, so I'm not going to bring that up here. But as far as storylines, well, Austin Theory has the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's the last man standing match happening with Brock and Roman. So Austin Theory could potentially cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam. I don't expect him to, but it's possible. So there's that cloud that's kind of looming over everything. But I mean, if I had to talk about like the most important story in wrestling right now, it's HBCW coming back to the Orange County Convention Center, August 20th to 21st. I mentioned it earlier, but you know what? Smooth, you got that video?
Let's do it.
Hey, for all y'all out there, y'all get a chance to see it, it'll be on YouTube. So we trying to keep big things going. We had some other videos, but as I took a lot of PTO from the platform Sports Talk Show over the past few weeks, kind of missed out on some of those. But hey, for all of y'all that did miss the other videos, y'all can check them out on HBCW Wrestling on YouTube, and you can see some of the other videos that we have. They're very unique. Get a chance to see a little bit of the people's personalities just based on the videos. And if you don't want to see it on YouTube, check us out on Instagram. I always mess it up every time I say it. I think Instagram has the HBCW with just one W on there for wrestling. So, check it out. We'll be posting those videos, and maybe we'll get a chance to show some of that on the platform's Sports Talk Show Network at some point.
And there it is. And with that being said, that is our show.
1 minute.
It's been fun Had a great time with the segments and the topics. Hope y'all definitely enjoyed it. Y'all know where y'all can check us out. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. The show will be uploaded live on Roku right after this show is over. It's in on Hot 365 Radio as well on the app or hot365radio.com. Platform Sports Talk Show. Shouts out to Honey. Shouts out to Stan. Of course, T-Bone. Joe, thank y'all very much. Next week, once again, it's the Man Cave. Look forward to it. Going to have a different host for next week since Stan will be out of town. But this is your Wednesday night Sports to Light. Thank y'all for tuning in. And Joe, T-Bone, y'all have a great rest of y'all week.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.